Hello, this is an introduction to the fastest growing legal program in the world today. Are you tired of doing the same old thing teaching your class? Are you finding that the old ways of teaching are not working for you now? Maybe you are ready for a real change. Please look at Michael Cunningham's approach to educational reform. He bases his reform on the term educide. The term educide is relatively new and has been coined by Michael Cunningham in this thesis to describe the systematic destruction of education systems that takes place in many parts of the world. Educide is not just the lack of access to education, but rather an intentional act of sabotage, designed to keep people from gaining knowledge and developing critical thinking skills. Educide refers to the deliberate destruction of education systems, which takes place in many forms, including inadequate funding, political interference, and lack of access to quality education. Educide is not only a loss of access to education but also a loss of opportunities for students to develop critical thinking skills, knowledge, and creativity. Today, educide was first proposed to be used in a new and different format by Michael Cunningham in his thesis for his master's degree from Armenian Virtual College entitled The United States Foreign Policy Vis-a-vis the Ottoman Empire/Turkey, Armenia and the Armenian Genocide 1915–1923, a critical analysis. Instead of applying educide as the killing of academics, Cunningham created a new definition. Educide was the rewriting of history or education. Hence, this created a genocide of history or education itself in a real theoretical sense. Here, historians, politicians, and the media have changed how we are taught, what we are taught, why we are taught, and when we are taught. By changing these factors and controlling the process of history or the process of education, they are in effect creating educide, the genocide of education. This, according to Cunningham, is one of the basic principles of genocide and the reason why genocides continue to this day. Cunningham's conclusion can be easily demonstrated by the famous poem First They Came by Pastor Martin Niemöller. First, they came for the communists. And I did not speak out. Because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists. And I did not speak out. Because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists. And I did not speak out. Because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews. And I did not speak out. Because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me. And there was no one left to speak out for me. This poem perfectly explains how educide works. We are taught that there are not links behind certain acts and all acts are independent. This is not true. No. Without learning about the connectivity of the events, we are soon shown, much to our dismay, that acts were accomplished and resulted in something that we never saw coming. Educide, the genocide of education. Michael Cunningham is instituting an inquiry-based, problem-based inquiry approach, geography of a genocide. A problem-based inquiry approach is a problem-solving approach to inquiry-based learning. In this type of approach, students are given a real-world problem to solve. This type of inquiry-based learning is often used in mathematics and engineering classes, where students are asked to apply what they have learned to solve a real-world problem. Mock trials, prosecution only. Court, prosecution only. Mock negotiations, historical treaties, and mock international mediations. Please join our project today.